Hello and welcome to 5 Legendary, looking at legendary characters yet to be added to Hearthstone. I'll get working on some Witchwood lore of the cards soon, so let me know who you want to see. I'll be starting with Lord Godfrey, just so you know. It seems the creepiness of the Witchwood is something Team 5 are really trying to get across with this latest expansion. The Hearthstone original character, Face Collector, is a particularly creepy looking creation. What looks like a fen creeper with a horde of wooden masks, which it uses as faces instead of its own. How does it collect these masks? Does it carve them from memory? Does it carve based on a freshly slain adventurer, or worse? Are these wooden visages somehow created directly from the head of the Face Collector's victims? This got me to thinking, what creepy legendary characters or creatures are currently in Warcraft but have yet to make a transition over to Hearthstone? Well, here's a few I thought of, and a little lore alongside them. The first candidate for the list is all about the look. Thancred the Unyielding. I mean, Jesus Christ, monkey balls, what the friggin' hell is this thing? It's like a spider, met a scorpion, met unspeakable horror. Thancred is the third boss in the Temple of Ahn'Qiraj raid. He's like the big brother of Kurinax, first boss of the smaller Ruins of Ahn'Qiraj raid. They are known as Sand Reavers, and sadly we don't know too much about them lore-wise. They are found in areas infested by the Silithid, a race of bugs created from the insectoid Karaji by the old god Cthulhu. There is actually only one other Sand Reaver in all of Warcraft, Saranex, and the quest text related to it would suggest that Sand Reavers are a type of Silithid. Saranex is fought by heroes in the Thunderdome in Gadgetzan, where adventurers pit their skills against several deadly challenges. When Saranex is defeated, Katrina Turner refers to the Sand Reaver as a Silithid Reaver. This is more commonly used to refer to a soldier type Silithid, which tend to be smaller than Sand Reavers and have small unusable wings. Stalvan Mistmantle is just an undead. That's kinda creepy, but there's loads of them in Warcraft. It's when looking at Stalvan's past when he becomes a truly creepy individual. In life, he taught at the Moonbrook Schoolhouse and as a personal tutor. Mistmantle would develop an attraction for one of his students, a young woman named Tiloa. Her husband had already been arranged for her by her parents, but Stalvan envisaged a future with his student. A future he thought all the more likely when Tiloa gifted him a begonia. But she never saw Stalvan that way, looking upon her tutor as more of an old uncle. This comparison maddened Stalvan and drove him to commit what would become known as a massacre. Quite how many Stalvan slaughtered isn't precisely known. It's thought he murdered both Tiloa and her groom-to-be, possibly the woman's family as well, with an axe. He hid the bodies and retreated back to his home in Duskwood, where the darkness that fell over the woods would later consume him. One of Stalvan's final notes after the murder claimed the blood he spilled paled in comparison to the tears he'd shed. Varimathras was once the major domo of Sylvanas. He had assumed the position after aiding Sylvanas defeat several of his fellow dreadlords in exchange for his life. The demon would later betray Sylvanas in an attempt to claim the Forsaken capital, the Undercity, but would be defeated. He is the opposite of Stalvan. It is not Varimathras' past which makes him creepy, it is what became of him in the Legion expansion. As payment for his failure to claim the Undercity, Varimathras was not treated with kindness by his superiors in the Burning Legion. The Dreadlord was given over to the Coven of Shivara, some of Sargeras' most depraved and fanatic followers who delighted in torture. Their techniques broke both mortal and demon, and Varimathras, despite his power, was no different. His body became a twisted mockery of what it had been, and his sanity was broken by the contemptible Shivara. Varimathras was kept alive only through his desire to inflict the pain he had been subjected to upon the mortals who had resigned him to his fate. Xavius started as a night elf, turned satyr, turned whatever this is. Pretty sure it's still a satyr, but a super ugly one. What happened to Xavius? he became the Nightmare Lord, the leader of the Emerald Nightmare, an old god corruption within the Emerald Dream. Xavius has been able to perform some pretty creepy things with the Nightmare. He's made a fog form in the physical realm, causing any who look into it to witness unspeakable horrors, and was able to send many people to sleep in Azeroth. They were tormented by nightmare-fueled sleeps, and would later be manipulated by Xavius to attack their friends, family, and allies, all while still being tormented by a nightmarish sleep. It was the actions of Xavius that led to the death of Ysera, corrupting the dragon aspect and forcing the hand of heroes to slay the benevolent dragon. Bwonsamdi is my final creepy character I believe should one day become a legendary. A powerful troll lower, part of the race's pantheon of gods, Bwonsamdi controls the spirits of the dead, becoming more powerful with the more souls in his care. The Deathlower has conversed several times with the once chieftain of the Horde, Vol'jin, even helping the Darkspear tribe claim back their island home, the Echo Isles, from the mad witch doctor Zalazane. Bwonsamdi will be featuring in the upcoming WoW expansion, Battle for Azeroth, his aid being called upon to defeat the sadistic blood trolls. So that's just a few creepy characters I think would make for good legendary subjects in Hearthstone. What abilities would you give them, and what creepy characters do you think should make their way into Hearthstone? I look forward to hearing your ideas. Until next time, happy Hearthstoning.